Now, Mr. Farouk Ahmad has resigned as the CEO of NMDPRA, things we love to see. But his resignation does not prove his innocence. He still has to come to explain to Nigerians how he was able to raise 5 million US dollars. We've seen different cases in Nigeria where government officials, both appointed and elected, steal millions of US dollars and they go scot-free with it. How can we now take the EFCC seriously? So just 24 hours after Mr. Aliko Dangote says that Mr. Farouk Ahmad should come and explain himself to the public, how was he able to raise $5 million to send his kids to school in Switzerland? Secondary school, not university. Now, Mr. Farouk Ahmad has resigned as the CEO of NMDPRA. Things we love to see. But his resignation does not prove his innocence. He still has to come to explain to Nigerians how he was able to raise 5 million US dollars to send his kids to a secondary school in Switzerland. He needs to still be investigated properly and prosecuted if found guilty. The fact is, Nigerians will never take this Economic Financial Crime Commission seriously if they don't start jailing these politicians and government appointees that are busy looting our treasury. We've seen different cases in Nigeria where government officials, both appointed and elected, steal millions of US dollars and they go scot-free with it. Very few of them have been jailed. How can we now take the EFCC serious? There are two arguments to this case. Some people believe that the only reason Mr. Aliko Dangote called out Mr. Farouk Ahmad is because of Mr. Farouk Ahmad spoke against the monopolization of the oil sector, and we know that Mr. Aliko Dangote's refinery is the only reasonable and functioning refinery in Nigeria so far.
Well, just like you rightly asked, there are a lot of concerns about supply of petroleum products nationwide, and the claims by some media houses that we're trying to scuttle Dangote refinery. That is not so. Dangote refinery is still in the pre-commissioning stage. It has not been licensed yet. We haven't licensed them yet. They are still in pre-commissioning. I think they're about 45% completion rather. So we cannot rely heavily on one refinery to feed the nation, because the Dangote is requesting that we should suspend or stop all importation of petroleum products, especially AGO and jet kero, and direct all marketers to the refinery. That is not good for the nation in terms of energy security, and that is not good for markets because of monopoly. So in terms of quality, currently the AGO quality in terms of sulfur is the lowest as far as West African requirement of 50 ppm. Dangote refinery, as well as some modular refineries like Walter Smith's refinery, RD refinery, they produce between 650 to 1,200 ppm. So in terms of quality, their quality is much, much inferior to the imported quality.
Thank you very much.
Personally, I see this argument as a stupid argument because Mr. Aliko Dangote is a businessman. You need to understand that he's a businessman first. And a businessman will do everything it takes in his power to make sure that his business is successful as long as he's operating in the legal framework of the society that he lives in. So if you want to fault Dangote for being a monopolist, all the other people who have been stealing money, why have they not invested the same money in the country? Why have they not built refineries? Why have they not built sugar factories? Why have they not built cement industry? Why have they not invested in Nigeria? We have a man who stole 5 million US dollars to send his kids to secondary school. And instead of people to look at this as a stupid act and fault it for what it was, people are now trying to blame Mr. Aliko Dangote, who is a businessman, saying that the only reason he called out Mr. Farouk Ahmad is because of Mr. Farouk Ahmad is speaking against the monopolization of the oil sector. No one is stopping Nigeria from building more refineries. No one is stopping the government from building refineries. No one is stopping other rich Nigerians. Dangote is the richest man in Africa, but he's not the richest man in Nigeria. Those who know, knows. Nigeria is the only country in the whole world that does not have a functioning refinery built by the government. So if one individual decides to save this country and help Nigerians by creating jobs and also making money from it, the least we can do is to say, thank you, Mr. Dangote. Nigerians are known to be very grateful people. Stop being ungrateful, for God's sake. Dangote is not the problem of Nigeria. The only reason why he's a monopolist is because of we already live in a crooked system. He, as a businessman, took advantage of that crooked system to make money out of it. No one can come out to fault Mr. Dangote for any financial crime. Till date, no one can come out to fault Mr. Dangote with the billions he has made. Not even a single individual can come out and say that, look, Mr. Dangote committed fraudulent activities and financial embezzlement in this sector or in this. No one. Dangote has never been called out for any financial crimes, and that made him the richest black man on earth. You can't become the richest black man on earth by just stealing money. Except, of course, you live in Nigeria, those who knows. Yes. So don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. You can't be a criminal looting public funds, taxpayers' money, and you're out here faulting a monopolist like he's the problem of Nigeria, like as if you mean well for Nigeria. So the EFCC and the ICPC should conclude the investigation of this man, and if he's found guilty, you should charge him to court and sentence him to prison. And I don't believe that prison is the best way to deal with these guys alone. Prison is just one of the options. Apart from going to prison, they should make sure that he cough out all the money that he stole before he's being bailed out, because that is the only way you can be able to deal with these politicians. You can't have somebody stealing 20 million US dollars and you sentence him to prison for 5 years with a bill of 5 million naira. That's stupidity. We can't keep operating on such kind of a system. We are only giving room for more criminals in the future to steal. Criminality must stop in this country, and we are going to make sure that we are part of the voices that keep speaking about corruption. Corruption is not good. Corruption is like cancer. It destroys any system of government. The biggest empires in the world were destroyed by corruption. The greatest civilizations were destroyed by corruption. The biggest dynasties were destroyed by corruption. Corruption is bad for a society. Thank you very much, and God bless you.